The market falls off a cliff only to immediately jump back over that cliff. Did you think the world was ending last night? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so while everyone was telling you that the world was ending and the stock market was crashing last night, I told you we should bounce around the 4115 area. They did push it down to 4100 before bouncing, but we got what we were looking for. They actually blew through our wave 4 target up, so does this mean the bottom is in place? I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so they had a monster bounce today. It actually blew through our 42.56 target and climbed higher from there. And now we're starting to see a pullback in the after hours. So does this mean the bottom was in? Let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500, and this to me is just more evidence that news does not drive the market. So we had already forecasted this drop in wave 3 before the Russians invaded Ukraine, and they just accelerated this move down. When we reached 41.15, I told you that area should hold, and we should see a bounce towards 42.56. Now, they did test 4100 and went just a little bit lower, and then we got the bounce we were looking for. They blew through 42.56, actually up to 42.86 before starting to see a pullback here after hours. So what happened to give us this bounce? Did the Russians pull out of Ukraine? Did they stop the war? Did something good happen? No, none of that happened. It's just Elliott Wave Theory, and it's very, very powerful. So now what we're looking at, with the bounce being a little bit higher than we anticipated, is a potential that the bottom is in. So how are we going to know that, and what are we looking for? Well, if this is all of wave 1 down here at 4101, okay, what we'd be looking at is a microwave 1 up, wave 2 down, and then a microwave 3 up to this 42.86 region at the close that we saw. And they've already started a pullback here in the after hours. We would be looking for a wave 4 of 3 pullback to this 42.50 to 42.28 region. We would like to see 42.50 hold, and then a push up to 43.08 to give us wave 3 completed. Okay, then you would look for the bigger wave 4 down to 42.50, all right, and a wave 5 up to 43.43 to give us a micro wave 1 up. Now, this would not be 1 of 5, okay, this would be 1 of 5, because wave 1 of 5 should take us up to 4,700 plus, okay? So that's what we'd be looking at for the bulls. Again, they need to hold the 42.50 to 42.28 on this pullback. They need to push it up to 43.08 in that region to complete wave 3. Then you'd look for a wave 4 pullback towards this 42.50 region one more time, and a push back up to 43.43 to complete 5 waves up. If they give us all of that, then this becomes very bullish, and we should start looking higher. Now for the bears, they need to break the pivot, and the pivot comes in at 42.28 to 42.14. If they're able to break 42.28 on the way down, that should be a warning sign to the bulls. And if they break 42.14, that is a very strong indication that we could be seeing one more low in wave 5 down to complete this bigger wave 4 down around 4,000 to 40.29. So that is what we're looking for on the S&P 500, either the bulls to complete 5 up at 43.43 or the bears to break the pivot at 42.14 and continue down and give us one more low in this bigger wave 4. Okay, on the NASDAQ, we do have the potential for a cleaner setup here and a 5-wave pattern up already to complete wave 1 of 5, which would be very bullish for both ES and NASDAQ. If that was the case, we would expect support to hold 13,504 down to 13,251, okay, and then move higher and take out this wave 1 high. However, if they're able to break 13,251, it becomes much more likely that this was wave 4 up, and we would be looking for this wave 5 down to complete the bigger wave 4 and finally complete the correction for the NASDAQ. We are seeing bottoming signals on the monthly, weekly, and daily charts for ES and the monthly and weekly on the NASDAQ. The last time we saw monthly bottoming signals was March of 2020 and then December of 2018, and both of those produced huge rallies. So I do expect a bottom to be in soon if it's not in already. Okay, sometimes those signals are just a little bit early, but they're very, very accurate. When they come on the daily, usually within a week or so, we see the bottom. So we do see the daily bottoming signals coming in, so we could get a few more days down to complete this cycle and bottom, and then move up from there. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos, including how we have navigated this correction using Elliott Wave Theory, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. Okay, once you get over there, check out our membership plans. We have 2 amazing plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial. Now, in my Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, as well as all your Elliott Wave questions answered. Now, I do only trade the SPY and the QQQ, so if you're looking to trade individual stocks and you're looking for a guy who absolutely crushes the market with a unique trading style that is unmatched by anyone I've seen, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. He absolutely crushes the market, and he trades individual stocks as well as the indexes. He is one of the best traders I've ever been around, and I highly encourage you to at least give him the 7 days to check him out and see what he's all about. Okay, guys, key takeaways for today. We're looking for a pullback, and that pullback for the bulls needs to hold 42.50 to 42.28. If they can hold that region and bounce and then ultimately move it up to 43.43 to give us 5 waves up on the ES, that is very bullish, and I would start to consider the bottom as in. For the bears, they need to break the pivot. They need to break 42.14. If they break that on the way down, then it becomes much more likely we're going to head down in wave 5 of this bigger wave 4 to complete the correction and finally have a bottom in place. For the NASDAQ, it looks like we may have 5 waves up. And so for their pullback, we would like to see them hold the 13,504 to 13,251 region and then move higher to take out this wave 1 high. Should they push through the 13,251 region and break down, it becomes much more likely we move down in the bigger wave 4 down toward this 12,500 area before we bottom. All right, guys, it's the weekend. Enjoy your family. Have a drink. Have a great weekend. I will talk to you next week.